I've already trenched both sides of 2 heads. Okay. As you can see, both of them are done. There's actually 4 sets, but I'm going to work on these 2 for the moment so I can get this across in the video. And now, let's zoom in. See, look at this side here. Look here. They're almost equal here. Whereas on the other 2 ports, let's do a zoom around. Boom, look at the difference in them. Good God, almost level here, the big jump here. Now when we come over here, they're not that bad on being almost the same consistency. And I've got 4 heads here. I've checked them, and they are all over the place on it. So that's just something I wanted to point out. Now let's do a couple of tops real quick. Now I'm going to spend more time here. You start cutting that kind of depth in here and you're going to bust through bigger than shit. Because not only have we got to go wide, but because it's 1206, we got to go deep and wide. So I take the grinder and I pull in a motion going at an angle. Now, come on the other side. Now I'm going to try to carry that 1206 roof all the way back to the guide. Okay, it's hard for me to show you up in here. But this is where a lot of time of practice when you're doing this comes in, because knowing how much pressure to put downward and go in, but at the same time pressure to put sideways on it. And to do this, you'll have to practice a bunch, believe me. All right? But now you can see my clover leaf. Let me give you a better shot and put a light on it here. Wow, look at the pillar of power. You can really see that's lit up. That son of a bitch is gone when I get through with it. That just kills the airflow. But not to be focused on that. See how I cut deep here, then to the side right here. So therefore, the roof is the most important part to cut and spend the time on cutting on, rather than the floor. Of course, the roof is your mid-lift and high-lift flow areas. All right, so let's go on over. I'm going to go ahead now and finish all the tops, form my clover leaves, and then we'll come back for my favorite part. The part I love the most is taking my big butcher hog cutter, that I call it, and go in there and cut all that raw meat out once I set the depth and get the corners right on the head. Okay, wow. The clover leaf is cut. Top sides, and I went in there and touched off and tried to equalize. Let me get a straight runner shot here at the pillar of power. I am going to be this summer upgrading my camera equipment. I'm going to try to make the conversion to high definition and get a little bit better quality camera now. This one right here has been a good one. I tell you, it's about run its course, and I'll definitely buy Panasonic again. But anyway, as you can see, all of it's dug now where I've got my mark set. So what I've got to do now is take my butcher hog and go in here and believe me when I tell you, it's not as simple as just going in there and hogging it out. This right here will wreck your world and destroy your dreams. So you got to be extremely careful where you're applying the pressure, where to ease up. Same thing in here, and all we're going to do is get the rough material where it ain't so thick and bulky, and then we're going to switch to a flame and then a smaller egg to do the work that we want to do in here. This is just to take the bulk aluminum to get the shape that we're doing. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how I hit this side. Hold on a minute. All right, let's bring you over to the side just a little bit so you can get a little bit better view there. I mean, right there on the entrance, it is just horrible, but I'm not even an inch in. That's when you got to watch it, because you'll bust through real easy. All right, let's go. The back and forth movement. Always remember, stick and dip constantly. Which, by the way, what I use, I have found over the years, it works best than anything. This is MIG weld nozzle gel. I've tried everything from beeswax to WD-40 to everything else, and nothing beats this MIG welder gel. It's really fantastic. All right. Always take the finger and feel. See, that's already pulling some of the trench out that fast. That's why, man, I tell you, you gotta be careful with this big turkey bird. Now, I want to stop for a second and show you something. Notice how close I get, but I don't get right on the line. I'll get it relatively close with the big one, but I do not bring that to a line. I leave that thickness there so I can come with a smaller egg, do some more blending, and then I take my finger cutter and level it perfectly straight to get it lined up with the port passage. Like I said, it just took the bulk out and got me in the ballpark, but buddy, did it take it out. I mean, it really does the job. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead now and remove all the bulk on the sides, and we're going to come back here in a little bit when we switch to the roofs, because that's quite another story here, because we're doing two jobs at once. Okay.